In the heartland of America, where endless fields meet a sky perpetually cloaked in a hazy, oppressive gray, lies a place frozen in time. Plainfield, Wisconsin. It is a small, rural town, where whispers travel faster than the wind, and shadows seem to hold secrets darker than night itself. Here, amidst the placid landscape and the gentle rustling of cornfields, a house stood, an old farmhouse sagging under the weight of years, with peeling paint and windows boarded up, as though in silent protest against the horrors within. This house was not merely abandoned, it was forsaken. The locals, their voices tinged with a mix of dread and disbelief, had long spoken of strange occurrences surrounding the property. Flickering lights that danced in the windows on moonless nights, faint but unsettling sounds of movement from within its walls. To the townsfolk, it was not just a house, it was a living relic of something far more sinister, a place where shadows seemed to stretch and writhe as if alive. It was in this setting that a true nightmare was born, not from the darkest reaches of fiction, but from the cold, brutal reality of Ed Gein, a man whose name would become synonymous with terror and madness. The horrifying tale of Ed Gein unfolded like a macabre storybook, each chapter darker and more grotesque than the last. The story began on November 16, 1957, when Bernice Worden, a beloved local storekeeper, vanished without a trace. Her disappearance was sudden and inexplicable, and the town's collective anxiety coalesced into a palpable tension. As days stretched into weeks with no sign of her, the desperate search efforts led to the one place that had long been avoided, the old farmhouse on the edge of town. When investigators arrived at the house, they were met with a scene that defied comprehension. The farmhouse, once a quaint symbol of rural life, had become a grotesque shrine to Gein's twisted fantasies. Inside, the rooms were filled with an array of human remains, meticulously arranged into macabre displays. The walls were adorned with skin stretched over furniture, and human bones were turned into grotesque ornaments. The sheer depravity of what was found within those walls was staggering. Flesh turned into lampshades, skulls used as bowls, and furniture crafted from the very essence of humanity. Gein, a man who had lived in quiet obscurity, had harbored a darkness that surpassed the bounds of sanity. His quiet demeanor masked a mind twisted by grief and obsession. Following the death of his overbearing mother, Augusta, Gein's grip on reality had slowly eroded. His attempt to resurrect her through grotesque means led him down a path of unimaginable horror. His actions were not merely crimes, they were a perversion of the human condition, driven by a need to reconnect with the dead in the most vile way possible. As the town grappled with the revelation of Gein's atrocities, the narrative of his life and crimes spread like wildfire. The trial of Ed Gein captivated the nation, drawing media attention and public fascination. The courtroom became a stage for the darkest elements of human psychology. The defense, struggling to explain the incomprehensible, argued that Gein was a victim of a broken mind, shaped by a lifetime of isolation and trauma. The trial became a spectacle of horror, with the details of Gein's crimes laid bare for all to see. The aftermath of Gein's trial left Plainfield in a state of perpetual unease. The farmhouse, now a symbol of unthinkable horror, was eventually demolished. Yet, the land where it once stood became a perpetual reminder of the darkness that had once inhabited it. The stories of Gein's grotesque acts became part of local folklore, a chilling testament to the depths of human depravity. Even now, the echoes of Ed Gein's horror linger in the cold, quiet nights of Plainfield. The town, once tranquil and unassuming, bears the scars of a past that refuses to be forgotten. The memory of Gein's crimes is a ghost that haunts every shadow and every whispered conversation. The very essence of the town has been forever altered by the terror that once lurked within the old farmhouse. In the wake of Gein's capture, the town struggled to return to normalcy, but the shadows of his deeds continued to cast a long, dark pall over Plainfield. The farmhouse may have been razed, but the terror of what had transpired within its walls remained etched into the collective memory of the town's inhabitants. The chilling reality of Gein's crimes serves as a reminder that evil can exist in the most mundane of settings, hidden behind a facade of normalcy. The chilling legacy of Ed Gein endures, a dark specter that haunts Plainfield and the very essence of human fear. The story of his horrific acts remains a stark reminder of the darkness that can lie hidden within the most ordinary of settings. In the cold, silent nights of Plainfield, as the wind rustles through the trees and the shadows stretch long and dark, the echoes of Ed Gein's atrocities serve as a haunting reminder that some evils are too profound to ever be fully understood or eradicated. The farmhouse may be gone, but the chilling legacy of Ed Gein endures, casting a long, dark shadow over Plainfield and the very essence of human fear. The echoes of his crimes continue to reverberate through the town, a spectral reminder of the terror that once lurked within the shadows of an old, abandoned house. The whispers of his name, the shadows of his deeds, remain a constant reminder that some horrors are too great to ever truly escape, forever imprinted on the soul of a small, haunted town.